mixed emotions after that. Obviously, the team did so well to kind of come back into it and think they were going to win it, and then to lose or draw at the death.
Yeah, of course. Of course, the emotions inside me are high, of course. But I take the positive out of this game. That's what I believe. How I believe in. We build a good team and keep adding layers to it. I think overall a fine / good performance against a good Man United team that's definitely in flow. And we're talking a bit about our how can you say level of defensive attacking threats, and to play against a Man United team that play with confidence with Cunha and Amat and Burmo and Sesko coming on, and we kept them down to 5 shots. That's just another example on the other way around. It's not that easy just to create in the Premier League, even that they had all their big boys out there. That said, our second half, our response, I was extremely happy with. We're playing home. Of course, we all want to win, and don't talk too much about home form and all that. And I know we need to win before we don't talk about it. But the way we turned around to stay in the game, kept doing the right thing throughout second half. Very, very happy with that, and also so close to win it. And on any other day, we win it.
There was a reaction, obviously, to one of your subs from the crowd, but it felt like your changes on the day worked.
Yeah, sometimes you're lucky. But of course, I would say that every single time I take a decision to sub a player, it's with one aim: to make the team winning or getting back in the team, back in the game, or try to see the game out or whatever. It's only with one aim: try to win the game. And no doubt, Matty did well. Great goal, great involvement. And in general, I think actually Xavi played a fine game, a positive, but also you need a little bit of freshness.
Did you hear the boos when you were making the substitutions?
I'd just say every single time I make a decision, there's one aim, that is to make the team better.
What did you specifically from Matthias? Like, was it the movement up front that you just wanted to change?
Score goal.
Hi, Thomas. So much of this fixture, from a Spurs perspective, is centred on the Europa League final, 4 straight wins against United. Was that something you could feel in the last few days? Did that affect your preparation? And can you see United's improvement since those games?
I think I saw this game as one game ahead of us. I would love to do everything we could to try to win it. That was the aim of the game. I think I spoke before the game about it's clearly that they have improved this season. They look, how can you say, more in sync together, but also that I think especially in going forward, they look like a big threat. That's why I actually think, I know we conceded 2 goals, but if you concede 5 shots in a game, probably if you said that before the game to me, you probably said, yeah, take that. So we're all happy.
Were you expecting Brian to start on the left today?
Yeah, I think we've seen it's not the first time that Ruben have, how can I say, played around with the front 3 position. I think no matter where Brian plays, I think he's a threat, which he showed again today.
Thomas, most managers will say that they've got to work on their team, there's things to improve, but is that game kind of evidence of that, really? Because you're talking about your defence doing well, but then it didn't do so well maybe clearing the ball for the first goal, and maybe you didn't look as much of a threat as you wanted your team to until the last 15, 20 minutes?
Yeah, so please ask the question again.
So your defence, you said your defence played well,
yeah,
but didn't do particularly well for the first goal. It seemed to struggle to get the ball away, and then you weren't as much of a threat with your offensive players as you might have been until the end of the game.
Yeah. Okay, I don't think I used that they played well, the defense. I think I said if you concede 5 shots, then before the game, you probably would have taken that. That's not the same at the 2 shots they had, maybe even on target. Was 2 situations we probably could have done better in. And we will, of course, look through that and go through the details. So that's, of course, a fair point. Then we play a game against a team where both teams try to cancel each other a little bit out. We always want to create a little bit more, but you can then flip that and say, hey, we scored 2 goals in a situation where it's difficult to create.
Hi, Thomas. You started with a sort of certain make-up up front today, made changes at half-time, then more changes with sort of 20 minutes to go, which obviously worked brilliantly. But are you still sort of really trying to find the right combinations in attack? Is that, and what are you looking for? What's the team kind of not doing that you're looking for to get them to do?
The team not doing in general,
attack. I mean, just finding the right combinations. It feels like you're still sort of searching for the right blend.
I think that's fair. We are searching to find the right balance up front, and I think when we look the game back, I think there was positive bits going forward also from the game. I think we created what we want. One of the biggest chances with Charlton from across from Brennan after 5-10 minutes. And sometimes the small things he scores on that instead of Brian, it changed a little bit and opened up the game a tiny bit more. But we constantly work on the relationship and try to improve it with the players and try to find what is exactly the right blend. But I think there was small steps in the right direction.
Was Colomani a physical thing or tactical?
He actually struggled a little bit, but nothing big.
Hi, Thomas. Just on from that, another injury update. Christian Romero came off with a couple of minutes left.
Yeah, just done physically. He just came back from that injury. He's fine.
So he'll be okay for international break?
Yeah.
How much of a blow was it having him come off, given the manner of the goal he conceded in the 96th minute? I mean, he's obviously a big threat at set pieces, both defensively.
But I think his position, he wouldn't have been near the goal anyway. So it's a cross on the side, and then he would have been in the middle zone. So this was back post, so that wouldn't affect anything.
Final one, please, George.
Hi, Thomas. Can you talk about Will Snowderberg's performance today? Because he was really, really good and sort of followed up on Tuesday's performance. And also, sort of, why didn't you feel it was right to start him today as well? I
think, we tried to work around how we can say what is the best way to attack the opponent in front of us. Try and on the same time still how can I say, keep a little bit of flow. But I think we wanted to strikers, so we played to the left. Richard but came more in for the crosses, which we think was a area where we potentially could hit Man United. I think it worked perfectly with the first one, where Richie get a big chance. So that could have been an unbelievable, fantastic game plan from us. So that was part of it, and we need different personalities and types for different games.
And just on Wilson.
Wilson. Yeah, sorry. I think again he's positive. I think he's stepping forward or stepping up. Sorry, and doing things that looks right.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, guys.